game has massive ramifications on the way the rest of the season plays out. Who wins it from here, Raybird?
Look, well, at the moment, the way Rowville are playing, I really fancy Rowville, but they've got to sustain it for the whole 4 quarters. Whether they can do that or not, that's a question.
They certainly do. As we just wait for the last of the stragglers to clear off Seabeck Oval. And we will get underway.
Thought you were referring to me getting in the box.
Yeah, well, you certainly took your time to get back into the commentary position. And a perfect chance to take us away for the second half, live from Seabeck Oval. If you're on 98.1 Radio Eastern, streaming live at easternfm.com.au or efl.org.au, Ben Warren Smith.
Well, it's an 11-point margin out here, and umpire Sully throws the ball aloft. Whale Buxton got the knockdown that time. Parker tried to trap the football in and under. There was Hill for Rowville, and we'll have another bounce. Really good crowd out here today. Really good vibe in the stands. Great day for local football. As the kick goes up, McCafferty dropped what he probably should have taken. Davey was in there for Rowville. McCafferty wrapped him up nicely in another tackle, and we'll have a bounce. So, Pye throws it up. Archer had the front spot. He came manual in there. Somehow released the football. He did well in that instant. Came out now. He's Archer on the right boot. Slams it inside forward 50. A bouncing football. Garner had the back spot. Nicely done there by Anson. Goes after it again. Does Anson. Looping handball over the top. That was okay. Cassidy on the right boot. Slams it out of the defensive zone. He was looking for McConnon of the Wade variety. He couldn't get the football. Going in after it there was Archer. He'll need a few Eagles to pull him down, which they did. And we'll have a bounce just inside the centre square.
Around the grounds, a couple of scores in Division 2 come through. Doncaster East, as we heard from Louis Balzomi, a 15-point lead over Mitcham, a 40-point lead to Bayswater over Mulgrave, and a 10-point lead to the Mustangs over the Devils. Mooroolbark leading 1-10 South.
Plenty of great games as you go local for your football today. Short kick inside by Stapleton. Just kicked it to the hot spot. Anson had the front spot there for the Eagles that time. Garner was able to pick the football up. Little handball away. They're mucking around with it slightly, but they're under a lot of pressure. Here's Crocker now for Vermont on the right boot. Kicks it out towards the wing position. It's a one-on-one situation. It was really nicely done there by Schneider on the right boot up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing away there from Styles. Boundary line comes in, and we'll have a boundary throw-in.
4-point lead in a low, 5-point lead in a low-scoring affair to Lilydale. 3-10 leads Croydon 3-5. A couple of scores in Division 3 that have come through. 18-point lead, 7-4 in that second term from Templestowe. Season lead by 3 goals at half-time. A 47-point lead to Heathmont over South Belgrave. A 7-point lead to Ringwood over Park Orchards. And a 4-goal lead to Upper Ferntree Gully over Scoresby.
Archer and Whale Buxton go at it. Styles came in, and we'll have another bounce across the half-forward line for Vermont.
Surrey Park by 3 points at half-time over Domvale. A 13-point lead to the Ferntree Gully Eagles over Glen Waverley Hawks. 33-point lead to Kilsyth over the Eastern Lions. 145 Forest Hill over Nunawading, and a 2-point lead to Whitehorse over Coldstream.
2 points. Oh, gee.
Pye throws it in again. Archer, front spot, Robinson, his arm was pinged, he got boot to ball. Cassidy did a good tackle there, and the ball trickles about 20 metres further afield, and we'll have another boundary throw-in.
So, as we've seen in the first couple of quarters, a bit of a slow start to this third term. Ball thrown in, centre wing out of side, Robinson to take it away. Goes up towards half forward, it's cut off though, and a good mark taken there by McCafferty. For the Eagles, short chip kick finds Wadley, a couple of young guns combining. Both have received young gun nominations over the last couple of years. Steve Cochran saying there's a few more to go for the Eagles. Fly came from the back. Almost a great mark taken there by Perry. Couldn't quite bring it to ground. Now numbers around here favour the Eagles. They just couldn't quite pick it up. There was Parker overrunning the football, and it's held up about 55 metres out from goal.
Gee, there's a lot of players around their football, isn't there? At every contest, it's just so crowded.
There's a lot of people around you at half-time too, Ray.
It always the way,
They
mate.
swarm to the man of the moment, Ray Baird.
You are unbelievable, you too.
Thrown up once again, Adam Parker got his kick away. Now they just move it forward at any cost, although they've turned it over, and Rowville a chance once again through Matty Robinson to go forward.
Kick goes up towards the Garner direction. He got down low, the big man, Mitch, and took a strong mark. He's about 85 metres out from goal. He wants to square things up to centre half forward, looking for Stapleton, who was in position A. Nicely done by Cal McConnell to cause the spoil. Ball hits the deck in the arms of Darcy Crocker, and we'll have a bounce 50 metres out from goal.
The one thing I've noticed about this game is neither side have been able to take control of the central corridor. They've been forced wide on every occasion.
Pye throws it up. Heard a whistle. Oh, no, I didn't. I did then, though, and it's another bounce. Neither side has scored yet. Still an 11-point lead to Rowville. It's just inside 50 for them. An inside-out kick there by Archer. Did well, Garner. Just out-muscled his opponent beautifully. Took it on the chest in the end, the big man. And he'll go back and have a shot from about 30 metres out, directly in front. You can nearly put this down to Mitch Brash.
Yeah, Mitch Garner. Bit of a match-up problem here for Steve Cochran. Garner way too big for Sam Anson. Anson might be able to get him on the, on the run, but it's definitely not on a one-on-one contest.
Surprisingly, Mitch Garner is very mobile for a big man too, Brash.
Comes in now, 30 metres out from goal. He hasn't kicked one yet today until this very moment. First goal on the board in the third term goes to the Rowville Football Club. Their lead extends back out to 17 points.
I was just looking at that rack contest in this quarter, Brash. Whale Buxton, to me, he's jumping a mile too early, and the big man for Rowville in Archer, he's just holding his ground and waiting for the ball to come down and just tapping it wherever he wants to.
Yeah, he's not much of a run and jump. He's trying to use his body a lot more, and he's getting out muscled a little bit.
But he's going too early.
Ball back in the middle once again while Buxton got the kick. Robbie McComb tried to just put boot to ball, couldn't quite do so. Now Rowville clear out of the midfield. Good work from McConnon. Was the first to just attack the footy. Handball back to Cassidy. Kicked over the top, found Davidson. Umpire called the mark contrary to Wayne Brash's beliefs.
Thought it was touch there off the boot.
Brash was all right.
Finds McCafferty at half-back. Handball wasn't all that flash to Cassidy, put him under a little bit of pressure, but he gets away with it. Kick wasn't all that flash to his captain in Johnson. Hames, Wilcox over the top. His handball intercepted by Garner, who was immediately set upon, and a very racket tackle there from Anson.
What Rowville did very well then, when Vermont had the ball in front of us, they looked down the field, they had absolutely nowhere to go. That's why they had to go backwards and across.
Tap down, Archer had front position, found Robinson. Out wide, ball in the hands of Mitchell Best, goes short, finds Robinson, and now just throws it on the boot, looking for a marking option inside forward 50. Won't quite find it. Runners on the ground probably favour Parker, who just boots it forward. Perry couldn't quite take the mark at ground level. Now they've turned it over once again, although Johnson was in the right place at the right time. Kicks inside forward 50, bouncing ball, Best in front position, just couldn't quite get to it. And good defensive pressure there from Mason Crozier to see it over the boundary line, over the goal line, through for one behind. 6-5-41, and now the Vermont Eagles Rowville are 9-3-57. We've played 7 minutes in this third term here on EFL Game Day.
So Rowville, the kick goes out towards the Archer direction. Looking over the back there was Cassidy. Took it as easy as you like. Dumps the ball back inside forward 50 where McConnon was in the front spot again, and he takes a strong mark.
Yep, Kirby McConnon once again. That's the value of playing in front. On a short kick, it was right there.
Clearances this quarter 8-1 in favour of Rowville.
It's hard to tell these McConnon boys apart. I thought Kirby was walking off then, and it's not. He's his brother Cal there.
So almost kicked from identical position in the first term. Does it in the third, and the goal up high did not move. They needed that one, the Vermont Football Club. That's his third on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and the margin is back to 10 points. The Hawks have the lead.
Great value from Kirby McConnon today, Brash. One goal in each quarter, and he's probably been much more of a spark than the other midfielders as well.
Most definitely. He's provided a contest down there, Ray, and he's been front and square like good small forward should be when the balls come in.
Yep.
So back to a 10-point deficit now, Vermont, or a 10-point lead for Rowville, whichever way you want to look at it. Schneider goes forward once again. They could reduce it even more. 25 metres out from goal. A pack flew. No one could bring it to ground. Now Rowville a chance to clear away off defensive 50, although they're just not clean with disposal coming out of half-back at the moment. And it's held up 25 metres out directly in front of the Vermont goals.
For both sides, the backline pressure from both sides has been fantastic this afternoon.
Thrown up once again. Big punch forward there from the Rowville defender, trying to get it away. And went down in the hands of Manuel, who's caught at the bottom of the pack. So, all to be thrown up once again. Archer had front position, got the tap down. Plenty of congestion, it's going to go nowhere. It's held up once again. 9 minutes gone. Third term. It's Rowville 9-3-57, Vermont 7-5-47 here on AFL Game Day.
Well, can they snag another? Whale Buxton. Manuel got the kick, boot to ball just outside that defensive zone. Going, oh, that's almost looked like a throw then, but they've done well to get the ball into the middle of the ground here. Here's Robinson, picked the ball up, little look away, handball over the top, ended up being called a throw. And it'll be Vermont who could have been given the advantage then.
No, can't get an advantage off a free kick, supposedly.
Cassidy on the right boot, kicks it inside 50. It was a good kick too. Over the back, here's McConnon. Can he paddle it to his advantage? He somehow was trying to break the tackle. Gonski, great tackle there by Best of the Rowville variety. And now they'll have a chance to go forward. Knocked away by Davidson. That was good play. Straight into the arms of Schneider. Bangs it on his boot. Inside forward 50. A big pack forms. Garner came charging over the top on hands and knees. Crozier tries to lock the ball in. Does it successfully. And will have a bounce 30 metres out from the Vermont goal line. 10 points is the margin here. 10.5 minutes gone in this third term. Garner, a little knockdown straight into the arms of Frawley. His kick was half smothered, goes out wide. Burns was there. Umpires paid the mark. Well, it was skew-if. Maybe it was, it wasn't smothered. It was a little bit skew-if as it comes out now.
Throw. Yep.
Free kick, McCafferty. The Eagles backwards to go forwards. Wilcox takes it. He'll switch the play to Cassidy. No, he decided against that move. It's still an option for him.
Far too
eventually goes for that switch. It was a beautiful kick in the end. Mark's been taken there by Crocker. They've got a bit of time to square things up across the half forward line now. Does Vermont. The mark's been taken by Shane Davidson on the right boot. Neat skills the whole way. Well, they were persistent, they were patient, and they'll go back and have a shot on goal with the ball in the arms of the big man, Liam Whale Buxton.
Yeah, they went the long way there, Vermont, just to maintain possession, but it could pay off here with Whale Buxton shooting for goal to bring the margin back to 4 points. One feels that Vermont are really pressing in this opening 10 minutes this quarter.
Comes in now. It's getting pretty close to the man on the mark here, so he just pokes at it, but it doesn't matter when you kick it straight anyway, and the goal umpire gives a two-finger salute. We're back to within a kick out here. Rowville lead by 4 points.
You're dead right, Brash. It's the first 10 minutes here that Vermont, they've thrown everything at Rowville, but they had to. You know, they're nearly 3 goals down at half-time, so they've got to get back into this game. You can't wait till the last quarter.
Still only waiting on 2 scores. Haven't heard anything all day from Chirnside Park, the Basin, and also Waverley Blues, East Burwood. If you're out at those games, at Footy AFL on Twitter, or make sure you update them on the Live Scores app through Fox Sports.
And chop with it too.
Ball back in the middle once again. Perry probably won the ruck contest, but it fell to ground level this time in the hands of Burns. Another secondary ball up. We've played 12.5 minutes in the third term. If you've just joined us, it's currently a 4-point lead in favour of the Hawks.
I've got to say, I've been really impressed today with both sides tackling on the ball carrier. They really haven't given an inch.
Tigers fans will be happy. Richmond have kicked the first 3 of the last quarter to take an 18-point lead. As Garner tried to get the kick away, couldn't quite do so for Rowville. There'll be a kicking in danger, free kick. It'll go the way of Alex Frawley against Tom Schneider in the middle of the ground.
They need a steadying goal here, Rowville.
Certainly do. Pressure's all back on the Hawks now. Frawley's just going to load up, kick to the top of the 50 arc. He's got plenty of leads on, and a great mark taken. Unfortunate not to be paid the mark there, Clark, but that kick's gone just to where his first shot on goal went. It's gone out of bounds on the floor. I can't see how that wasn't a mark.
It was a beautiful kick as well.
Yeah. It went through everyone else's hands, didn't touch anybody, and he's marked it on his chest.
Robbie McComb goes short to McConnon, the Wade variety. We'll go back now to Perry, who's deep in defence. On the right boot, sends it out wide. That was a good kick too. Here's Timmy Johnson on the right boot, kicks it up towards the wing position where Crocker made some space. With the hips to beard, kicks it over the top. Good pass. Cam Purdy comes out. So their skills are looking clean, the Vermont Football Club. Almost getting a push in the back there was Styles. Strong tackle there by Burns. Umpire said all was well and fair. Right in front of the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 53 is Vermont, 57 is the Rowville Football Club. The home side have the advantage, but it is ever so narrow. It comes out Robinson, somehow found the ball, somehow found some space, thumped it on his boot up towards the Clark direction. Perry stood strong. Eyes only for the football, a big man. He'll switch it back to Wilcox. They've got the switch going here, Vermont, if they want to use it. Charging through there was Anson, under a bit of trouble to Wilcox. Good pressure here by Rowville. Comes out now on the right boot, McCafferty. They'll slow things up. Perry, no they won't. He'll flick it over the back here. A little bounce and a little bit of a run here for Tommy Schneider on the right boot. Kicks it up high towards centre half forward. Who's going to be the flyer? It'll be Matty Robertson for the Hawks, and he'll have a chance to kickstart it again for Rowville.
Matty Robertson's been invaluable down that half back line this quarter. He's marked everything.
Courageous all day. And he kicks out wide, finds Manuel with a fly from the back.
It's out on the full.
Said it was out on the full. That'll be a free kick going the way of Vermont. So Schneider, short chip kick on centre wing, finds Matty Wilcox. Playing a bit more of a utility role in season 2016.
Yeah, he was playing half forward, centre half forward last year, Dyson.
Found a bit of space. Cassidy now goes inside forward 50. Numbers with the Hawks, but plenty of numbers fly at the back of the pack. Robinson here to clean up. He's going to be immediately met by McComb, and happy to see it over the goal line and through for one behind, reducing the margin. 8-6-54 Vermont, 9-3-57 Rowville.
So Robinson. Clearly not a fan of sideburns. Just kicks it to himself and then donates a point to the Vermont Football Club, and then that has been paid as deliberate.
Okay.
He's trying to argue that he was under pressure, but that was the whole idea of bringing in that deliberate rush behind rule.
Well, they've just been gifted a goal, Vermont, and McComb puts it straight over the goal umpire's head, and from a 3-point deficit, they take a 3-point lead. 15 to 16 minutes gone now in the third term.
Can blame Joel Bowden about that.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good call by the umpire.
Look, Robinson,
everyone knew exactly what Matty Robinson was trying to do.
Yeah, but look, he was in doubt what to do anyway. When you're in doubt and you've taken so much time, you kick the ball long down the line as far away from the goal square. But he didn't. He played on and he got cornered in and had to go back through the goals.
Cross boundary side, thanks to chiropractic betting. Gus?
Boys, Rowville need to get the ball going their way. They're throwing Manuel and the big man Archer into the ruck, try and get the ball going their way again.
Certainly need a lot of work to do now. While Buxton gets it off to McConnell, who goes inside forward 50. And when it goes your way, it goes your way. And Joel Perry marks 35 metres out from goal to extend the lead.
Joel Perry's has been a very valuable player in this third quarter. He's been playing back, and then all of a sudden they just drop him down forward, and he's bobbing up here, shooting for another goal. And this is a really important goal. They've had all the play in the opening 15 minutes here, Vermont. They could go 2 goals up, roughly.
So, sends it on its way. It's probably 35 out, all but directly in front to extend the lead. Likes it off the boot, but it just scrapes the woodwork and through for one behind. The 7th behind on the board for the Vermont Football Club. 9-7-61. They lead Rowville 9-3-57. A 4-point lead in favour of the Hawks. 17 minutes gone, third turn.
Inside 50s, 12-5 in favour of Vermont. Have had 40 kicks to 22.
Stapleton heads towards the Bussy direction. What a fly and what a mark. Pancake parlour player of the day, Styles, but he's... What were you going to say, Brush?
I thought he was paying a push in the back.
He did. He paid a push in the back to Archer.
Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story.
You pay those marks, and you've taken a pancake parlour voucher off him, umpire. It can't be player of the day if he wasn't awarded the mark in the end. But what a ripper it was. Mark's been taken by Whale Buxton, sends it back towards the Archer direction, across half forward now for Vermont. Can they keep the ball alive? Here's Bussy, looping handball over the top. It was very dangerous. A lot of plays around this football. Stolen there by Allen. He got fouled upon, did he? He was actually out of bounds. So there'll be a boundary throw in right in front of the faithful here out at Seaback Oval. A little bit of how do you do behind play What a great game it is. 4 points the margin. Vermont have the lead at this stage. A little throw. That was every bit of a throw. Trying to get away with it was Styles, but tell you what, it was as obvious as anything. As the kick goes up, dangerous kick. McDonald had to work hard for that. That was disappointing from Rowville. Knocked over the boundary line and out of bounds.
He's probably been he's one of Rowville's players that probably needs to lift. He hasn't had much input today, young Lockie McDonald.
Has been relatively quiet. You're spot on there, Brash. Umpires paid a free kick. This time it's going the way of Archer in the ruck. So, a few bits of encouragement from the fans out in the stands as the kick goes in towards the middle of the ground. Hyams takes the mark for Vermont. Screaming for it out wide is Crocker, and he yelled so loud it had to go to him in the end. Takes the mark on the right boot, sends it up about 25 metres further afield to Parker, who wants to go on with it, who wants to create a play, kick it up to centre half forward, and why wouldn't you go that way? Whale Buxton, hasn't he come nicely into this game? It was set up there for Davidson. McConnor nearly got in his way, popped over the top there. Cassidy takes the mark on the right boot, goes inside forward 50, and the mark's been taken by Darcy Crocker, and he'll have a shot on goal from about 45 metres out.
Ray, Darcy Crocker, has he got a player? Because he took the mark here on the wing there a couple of minutes ago unopposed. Now he's shooting for goal, half forward flank,
it doesn't
unopposed.
it doesn't seem like it, Brash. No. Look, Rowville at the moment, they're chasing tail. They're just caught out all the time. For the last 3 or 4 minutes, every possession they're caught out of position.
If he puts it through, he'll be the main contender for the Pancake Parlour Player of the Day. 2 possessions and perhaps a goal and perhaps a lead for Vermont by 10 points. He let us all down. He pushed it to the right-hand side and through for a minor score. Margin now, 5-point lead to Vermont over Rowville.
Yeah, they've had 2 gilt-edged opportunities, Vermont, to go further in front, and they've missed.
So, long kick out of defence, getting it as far away after giving up a goal last time round. Trying to get out of the congestion there was Wade McConnor.
Wilcox.
No chance trying to get away there, Matty Wilcox.
It's almost 25 too.
Pretty empty argument to the umpire as well. Bit going off the ball between last week's teammates, actually, Manuel and Davidson. Quick play on, short chip kick to centre wing, Garner. Had to grab it on the half volley. Davidson swooped on it, got it over to Schneider. Short chip kick, found its target, but it was touched. Parker to go inside forward 50 on the left boot, looking for Perry. Had front position, couldn't take the mark. Georgiou intercepted. Crocker got his handball away. Held. Which way is this one going to go?
Holding the ball.
Yeah, I thought that was holding the ball for mine.
I tell you what, that is a red-hot football out there at the moment. It is red-hot.
So a bit stiff there, Darcy Crocker. A free kick short, and Damien Garner. Supporting a bit of headwear after copping one to the scone earlier in the game. Going to kick long up the line, very up the line, and in fact it's gone over the boundary line and out of bounds on the full, so it'll be a free kick going the way of Vermont. It'll be Sam Anson to take the free kick.
Anson right in front of us here. Dumps it up towards the half-forward line where Perry was a flyer over the back. Was handballed away there by Allen. That was good play. Here's Garner's kick was half smothered. Lots of pressure going here. Wadley trying to break the tackle. Needs to get rid of it quickly. McComb somehow got boot to ball, but that was half smothered. Rowville might get a bit of a chance here. Look away handball. Frawley gets it back nicely there from Stapleton. Now Alex kicks it up towards the half-forward line where Anderson takes the mark. Gets the handball away. Here's Bussy. Steps around the body. Can he curl it back? Oh, it's just gone to the right-hand side. Oh. That was fast play from Rowville. They had every chance to do something miraculous with that, but they just couldn't pull it off, Ray.
What a great weighted kick by Alex Frawley then. He pulled the kick at the last moment and he's hit Bussy.
4-point margin to Vermont as they bring the ball back in.
Dangerous kick just found its target in Styles, who is assessing his options, now decides to go long. Down the outer side wing, Joel Perry, the intended target, got caught 3 back. Now the Rovers swoop on it, trying to handball back to himself was best. It was cut off. And it goes over the boundary line and out of bounds. True centre wing, outer side. 9-8-62, Vermont Rowville, 9-4-58. 23.5 minutes gone in EFL game day, all thanks to the Pancake Parlour. There's a Rowville player down off play. Parker gets his kick away. Up towards half forward, but it's going to be cut off this time by Matty Stapleton. Stapleton, a half back, kicks out to centre wing, commentary side, bouncing ball. It'll be trying to take it away here, Anderson. Under a bit of pressure, gets his short chip kick to Allen. Just gone all about 12.5 metres.
-4.
So, Allen now goes inside forward 50, looking for Gunner. Fly came from the front. Great mark taken there by Matty Robinson, doing it both ends of the ground at the moment.
Tell you what, he's had a sensational third quarter for Rowville.
Yeah.
He's basically kept a minute here, Ray.
And the big man Bowman, he's those too.
Yeah.
Bowman, Archer.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
Oh, dear.
My God.
If ever they needed a captain's goal, this is it. Matty Robinson from 55 sends it on its way, starts at left, that's where it's going to hang out. Garner couldn't quite take the mark, swooping on it to the bottom of the pack. They've nailed one back, and a great goal there. I think it was off the boot of
Suckling, I think it
Matty
was.
Suckling.
Yep.
It was.
Yeah,
And
Matty
they
Suckling.
hit back, and they've taken the lead
Boundary.
once again. 10-4-64 Rowville, Vermont 9-8-62. 25 minutes gone, third term, game on. Let's cross boundary side for chiropractic betting. Gus McLeod.
Boys, Callan Burns from the Rowville Football Club has been taken from the ground. Looks to have got a fairly big whack on the far wing. Think he's just winded, but we'll keep you posted.
Suckling's one of the players that I think has really got to stand up for the rest of this game. We haven't seen a lot of him here so far, but that goal there, maybe that's the sort of play that can get him back into it.
25 minutes gone in the third term. Umpire throws the ball back up now. Whale Buxton got it down towards the Parker direction, but they've linked up well here. Stapleton Rowville as the kick goes forward. Once again out in front there was Anson, couldn't pick it up. Strong tackle there. Well, it was on Suckling. I thought almost for a second it might have been a bit too crude, but Vermont got the just rewards. Here's Anson, short passes on. We'll go for the old 1-2. Now across the half back line. Will they go direct? The kick was skewy, but it might work out okay because Cassidy can run onto it, but the boundary line will beat him with the Bronx Cheers coming in tow, and the umpire will ball it in right in front of the Rowville faithful.
Hard to believe, but the clearances are 15-4 in favour of Rowville this quarter, but I reckon they've barely touched the ball apart from that.
Grant Campbell, thanks to Choose Taff. Main stats man in the business. Breaking away nicely there was Hill. Got the handball back. That was dangerous. Crozier got it on, and now they'll kick up towards the half-forward line. Davey, he was in the back spot nicely. Kicked off the ground there by Anson, but Frawley was in the right position across the half-back line for Rowville. He'll want to move the ball on quickly as the siren sounds to announce three-quarter time. And what a third term that one was, also with Vermont coming out full guns blazing. They held the lead for most of it before Rowville were able to peg the lead back at three-quarter time of the narrowest of margins. 2 points it is out here in favour of the Rowville Football Club. They are 64. Vermont are 62. The major goal kicker on the ground is Kirby McConnon. He has 3 big ones. Best has 2. While for Rowville still, Daniel Archer, 2 goals in the first term, has them as their major goal kicker. What a game it's been so far. What a game it is going to be in the final 30 minutes. Keep the scores coming through at Footy EFL right throughout the next hour. We need to know what's happening around the eastern suburbs as you love #LoveItLocal. We love it local. You love it local. Barry Cotts loves it local as well. We're going back to him now, and we'll be back with 30 minutes of high intense football right after this.